And so if you think about the 737,000 and the...
There was video of him yesterday FaceTiming with the folks, the veterans camping out on Capitol Hill. We haven't seen anything from him today. Can you give us a sense of how he's doing with having to go back into isolation? I mean, is he, frustrated? And how is he dealing with being away from the First Lady for as long as he's been?
Well, the day's still young. You never know. Look, the president... I'm just making a joke. Clearly it was not funny. I will try harder next time to be more funny. Look, he is continuing to work from the residence.
The president scheduled last week before he tested negative, you guys gave us a more fulsome readout of what he was doing, what meetings he had. We've received nothing today. Can you give us some sort of, is he on the phone with lawmakers, with his economic team, his COVID team? What is the president doing?
Again, the day is young. But so we, I know on Friday we provided his meetings. He will be doing a lot of that work virtually, as we have done in the past. And so, I mean, the work doesn't stop. He'll just continue to do that.
Details on what he's done today?
Well, he'll be meeting with senior staff for sure. That is something that's pretty regular on his schedule, so I can for sure share that with you. If there's anything else to read out, we'll share that with you.
You had referred to the physician letter that says no reemergence of symptoms, but you also said lingering symptoms. So help us square that so we understand.
Yeah, well, no reoccurring symptoms, meaning like if you look at his original letter, there's nothing like severe, right? Because he feels fine. You do have a little bit of a lingering cough, right? You do have a little bit of maybe a lingering sniffles. That's not uncommon to have. And so that's what we are talking about.
So he is not 100% symptom free. He just didn't have like a fever return or something like that. Is that fair?
Well, he never had I want to be careful because we went into this about if he had a fever or not. He never had a fever, so I want to be really clear. It was elevated, but it was never a fever.
And I don't want to
But remember, we had talked about a little fatigue. We had talked about aches. That there was a little bit of discomfort. So that has not occurred. But all of us have had COVID before, right? We've had, well, not all of us, many of us. I don't want to call everybody out. I could speak for myself. And there are some, you still have a dry cough. You still have, little sniffles that last for a little bit longer.
And you've
emphasized. Are you saying he or you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a sense of.
I am saying that all of us have heard before. So just want to be clear on that too.
He's working, he's calling and so forth, but to my knowledge, I don't believe you've talked about him getting extra rest or taking time away from work. Has he also had blocks of time where he's not doing anything so that he can rest?
What I can tell you is that he has been working 8+ hours a day.
Dr. O'Connor said today that the president's feeling fine, but he didn't mention symptoms. Can you clarify on whether he's even experiencing any minor symptoms, congestion? Where are we on that?
So he is not experiencing, we haven't seen any reoccurring symptoms. That was in Dr. O'Connor's letter on Saturday. Those symptoms that you have don't go away right away. They kind of linger. Those minimal symptoms kind of linger for some time. So you could expect that. And so with that, but there's no reoccurring symptoms. He's feeling fine. It would be 5 days as far as the isolation.
From Thursday, from the rebound.
The rebound, right, on Saturday, yes. You're about to get, yeah. Going back and forth there.
Pushed himself too hard, and that is partially what led to this coming again. I mean, any body, be it 79 or 46, has to rest when you get this.
No. Just to answer that very. So look, we were transparent that we were aware that.
Clarification on how we're counting the president's days in terms of when he'll be out of isolation. Was Saturday day 0 or Saturday day 1?
So I believe we shared that on Saturday. So what we shared is basically what it is.
Okay.